Hello, I have found some banging books recently, and you know, when your girl finds a good book, she comes to the YouTube channel, she makes a video, and she tells you bitches to go and read these books. And that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get a pen and paper, you're gonna sit down, you're gonna watch this entire video, and then you're gonna document, write down all my recommendations. We're talking about some dark, smutty realness. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm fucking doing. Recently, I found a fantasy romantasy series that I want to talk about, and I've also discovered Harry Potter fanfiction. What? I know I'm 20 years late. 20 years, I know. The first Harry Potter film came out when I was in prep. I was 6 years old. I still remember going to the movies and watching the second film when it came out. I love the Harry Potter films so much. They're a part of my heart and soul. But when I was a child, I was definitely a Gryffindor hoe. Not hoe, because I was a child. I was Gryffindor. Now, as a grown adult that reads dark romance and has discovered Harry Potter fan fiction, I'm a Slytherin hoe. I am all about snakes, bitch. Give me a snake, wrap it around my neck, okay? Choke me while you, sorry. I was about to say something really inappropriate and I need to reel it in. I need to stop talking because we would be here forever if I just let my mouth like keep yapping. Okay, so this first book is from one of my favorite authors of all time, Karina Halley. You hear about her often here on my channel because she is phenomenal, amazing. I could kiss her bare ass cheeks. She's that good at writing romance. And the one thing that I love about Karina is she writes like every subgenre, from dark romance to paranormal to fantasy. She writes everything. If you're looking for something, you'll find it in her backlist. Her stories are very creative. They're never the same as something else. You know how if you find a trope that you love, whether it's enemies to lovers, secret society or something, you end up binge reading that trope and subgenre, and you can find quite a few books that are the same as something that you originally read and loved. With Karina, like, all her shit is so different. You cannot equate her books to anyone else's. Her mind is wild, and I want to trip there. She's got quite a few series that I absolutely love, like her vampire series, as you guys would know, is one of my favorites of all time. If that became a TV show or a movie, I would actually die, and people should not sleep on it because it's like a new age Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Anyway, I picked up River of Shadows. What? I had seen this pop up on Kindle Unlimited. I wanted to kick myself. I looked in the mirror and I said, you dumb hoe. What the f? Why did you sleep on this? Why did you not pick this up when you first saw it? This is a 3-book series. As of now, there is a 4th book coming. We've got this girl who has lived in the United States all her life, but she is from Finland. Like, her family originates from Finland. She's been living in the States with her mother while her father has been living in Finland this entire time. She has visited him quite a few times, but she doesn't see him often at all. She gets notified that he has died and there's a funeral happening. So she jumps on a plane and she heads over to Finland. But when she arrives, all this weird shit starts happening, okay? This really spooky, weird, wacky shit. She ends up getting caught up with this guy who was an apprentice for her father. And this guy ends up telling her that her father was a shaman and he's currently stuck in the underworld because the god of death has captured him. Yes, I said what I said, bitch. So she ends up going on this mission with this apprentice guy to go meet the god of death to get her father back. When I tell you the god of death is everything and more, oh my god, baby. Oh my god, my dark romantic heart could not deal. The aesthetic of the underworld is insane. Karina's world building is really good as well. It's not too intricate and like overly detailed. Very easy to read. Like, she's so good at fantasy. The 2nd book is Crown of Crimson, and then the 3rd book is The City of Darkness. Now, I can't say too much about the other books because it'll give away the entire 1st book and the series in general. So just go off what I said for River of Shadows and have a good time. God of Death? Oh my god, man. Oh my god. I would totally fuck the Grim Reaper if it was that dude. Like, if that was the Grim Reaper, take my soul now, bitch. Where are you taking me? Where are you taking Underworld? Underworld where? You're the king of what? Death? Come on, baby. But as I said, the 4th book is coming out soon. I didn't actually like the 3rd book in the series as much as I liked the first 2. But the cliffhanger on the 3rd book is so good that I know the 4th book is going to be epic. Now we're gonna bring it in for the realness, for the absolute Draco Malfoy realness. Stop. I need a wand in this little. Give me a wand, bitch. I will Avada Kedavra you into next year. As I said at the beginning of the video, I absolutely love Harry Potter. I never read the books though because I wasn't a reader as a child, but the films, heart and soul. And I've been rewatching them recently as well, and I'm just like, oh my god, the nostalgia. I cannot believe they're remaking it. Why? Stop remaking things that I remember from my childhood. Like, you need to wait until I'm dead and then you can remake them. They tried doing it with Charmed. I never even watched it because I still watch the old school Charmed to this day. And you can still watch it quite easily and still be captivated by it even though it's quite old at this point. But like, what are you doing? Have you never heard of that saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it? Leave Harry Potter alone. I have been the past 2 weeks just annihilating fanfiction after fanfiction after fanfiction. I cannot stop. I don't know when I'm gonna ever come out of this. I'm spiraling, I'm hyperfixating. It's like I'm not even in reality, bitch. If you guys follow book talk and stuff, you would have seen Manacled. Now, I've seen this pop up over the past 12 months and everyone's obsessed. Everyone talks about it. Everyone's like, once you read this and start fan fiction, there's no going back. And I had finished that Karina Halley series and was opening up a bunch of different books and nothing was giving me what I wanted. So I thought, okay, let's start Manacled, which is 360,000 words. When I downloaded the book onto Apple Books on my phone, it said 4,000 pages and I said, what? What have you got to say that's that long? When I tell you this is the most gut-wrenching, heartbreaking, like consuming novel I have ever read, it's no joke. Like, this is epic in ways that I don't even have words to explain. I've never read anything like this before, and the fact that it is a fan fiction written and connected to the Harry Potter world just makes it that much better. I do want to say with fan fiction, like, all the fan fictions I read haven't been sold. Obviously, legally, you can't sell them, and they're free to read. So go download them. Just Google them and you can find them. Manacled is about Draco and Hermione, obviously, and it's taken place after the movies, okay? Time has passed after the movies, after the Wizarding War. Harry didn't win, and Harry died. And Voldemort still lives. Voldy. So everyone that Voldemort has captured that was against him is using to rebuild the population of the Wizarding world. This is where Harry Potter meets the Handmaid's Tale. The girls are to be placed in pure blood homes to produce children for the purebloods that are infertile or are having trouble having children. There's an interesting thing about Hermione though. Her whole entire memory has been blocked and she can't remember a bunch of shit, and Voldemort keeps going into her brain and is like, I want to know what the fuck is in here, bitch. What are you hiding? What do you fucking know? Give me the tea. Give me the fucking tea. And he can't crack her head. So he ends up placing Hermione with Draco Malfoy because he has the ability and is really good at like cracking people's brains open and looking into their memories and shit. So she ends up being in his house and they have to fuck. So that is the beginning of Manacled. When I fucking tell you that this is a masterpiece, like, what the fuck? This is one of the best things I've ever read. The emotions in this book made me spiral. I was staring at a fucking wall. I was completely zombified for hours after reading this. This is not the type of story that you're gonna pick up and read and your heart is gonna be fluttering and you're swooning, and you do have those moments, don't get me wrong, but that's not the point of this story. Draco and Hermione's love is earth-shattering and just the most devastating thing I've ever read, and this is what began the fanfiction journey that I'm on right now. It is just so good. The best thing about fanfiction I have found is because I've watched the movies, the Harry Potter world is already built and we already know it, so there's no world building, which is great because I struggle reading world building. Like, if there's too much of it, I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Get to the love story. I don't care about this hocus pocus. Give me this shit. So with Manacled, it jumps straight into it. You already know, like, you've watched the movies, you know about the spells, you know how the world works, everything's happening. This is incredible, but I will warn you, like, once you read Manacled, there's no going back. Like, the Draco Malfoy fucking spiral I'm in right now is crazy, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to get out or if I'm gonna drown in it. The best thing about the fan fictions as well is that they're set after, obviously, the films. They're older now, so don't get me wrong, I'm not simping over a 12-year-old, please, I'm fucking nearly 29, but goddamn, he's hot. Like, goddamn. I'm a dark romance reader, so obviously I'm like, villain, bad guy, Death Eater, give me the Draco Death Eater. Ah! Which moves me on to Secrets and Masks. This is one of the best things I've ever read. I actually prefer Secrets and Masks over Manacled, but I do think everyone should start off with Manacled so you know what you're getting yourself into. Secrets and Masks is, again, just insanely good. Like, the found family, the enemies to lovers, the found family, like, relationships in this book are the best I've ever read. Like, the best I've ever read. So again, we have Hermione. It's post-Wizarding War at Hogwarts. Harry didn't die, Voldy didn't die. The war has been going on for years at this point, and everyone's broken. Like, everyone is broken and destroyed. The Wizarding world is trashed. Everyone is just trying to get by. And Hermione has turned into a badass soldier. Like, she's on the front line, like, throwing spells and killing people. Like, she's turned into a badass. And she ends up going on this mission, and she gets captured by a Death Eater, a demon mask Death Eater. So the Death Eaters have, like, a ranking system, and they all have, like, different masks. The demon masks, there's only two, and they're like the right-hand men and woman, I should say, for Voldemort. She ends up going to Voldemort, and he's got her, and he's like, I've got you, bitch. I've got the golden girl. He has admired her strength and power on the battlefield and decides to make her his own personal weapon and ties her life with Draco Malfoy's, and he is the demon mask that captured her. She has to go and live in the Malfoy Manor with Draco and the rest of his friends. Slytherin house. It sounds so dark and like morbid, but oh my god, Death Eater Draco is to die for. To die for. Like, I was swooning, I was laughing, I was crying, and it is the best thing, one of the best things I've ever read. I love this so much. I know a lot of people have asked me personally if this has a happy ever after, and I'm not going to disclose that. I'm just going to say you need to read it and understand that the ending is what it is for a reason, and I understand and love the ending of this book. You will fall in love with Draco Malfoy, no matter who the you are, no matter how old you are when you read this book. The sex in this book, the smart, like some of the best I've ever read, and like there's so much tension, the slow, but hate to love. When I say hate to love, it's hate to love. Like Hermione with a Death Eater, come on now. I loved this book so much. It's like 700 stars out of 5. Like, you need to go and get it right this second. It's so good. And there's a dragon. You know what I'm like. I love my dragons, and after Fourth Wing I was like, I need more dragons. There's a dragon in this, and Malfoy's like bonded to it. Stop it right now, okay? Stop it, go get it. Go get this book. So there are all the recent books that I have read and loved and wanted to share with you guys now. Because I'm in my fanfiction journey, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been talking about every fanfiction that I've recently read. I am planning on doing a full-blown Harry Potter, Draco and Hermione fanfiction recommendation video soon, because I have a few under my belt. I also want to explore every other Harry Potter fanfiction. I know there's like ones with Draco's dad. I know there's ones with like Tom Riddle, which I really want to fucking... Hello, Voldy. Hello, Voldy, Tom Riddle. Let's get some fucking Tom Riddle fanfiction, bitch, before he turned into a snake, because that's not hot. Maybe if the love story was created before he went snaky, and then time passed and now he's a snake. I need to read them all. I just love Draco. Don't forget to subscribe, like before leaving. Also leave a comment down below if you have read any of these books. If you love Draco like me, I need to know in the comments below. I hope you guys have a good day wherever you are, and I'll see you soon. Bye.